Hello there, what's up family? How are you doing today? So this is Eugene from Kenya, and I've come across this video, and I feel like it's important to share with the people from the black community or people who are from the African descent, especially those in the United States. So recently we've been knowing that AI has been taking our works, people's works, generally in the continent. So it has poses a threat to people, and now this video shows how majority of the people who are why the blacks will be affected so much as compared to other races when it comes to artificial intelligence and its use today in the 21st century. Yes, just an intro before just getting you to watch the video. I can remember at times when we had a number of writers in Africa and generally in the world and different continents. But today, people who are based on writings, their jobs have been taken with artificial intelligence because we're having artificial intelligence like ChatGPT. We have a number of artificial intelligence which are used in different sectors. We have therapists who are which is an artificial intelligence. So I just want you to watch this video and watch it with an open mind, and there's a couple of things, insights that I want to share with you as a black person and also as a human being in general. And I'm also going to tell you why still AI can't beat human being, and the reasons why blacks should not worry about this video. I'm also going to do a reaction at the same time. So I hope that we learn together, and tell me what you think in the comment section after watching the video.
AI is far more dangerous.
But I think the development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
If you haven't realized it already, this is the age of AI. Companies like Amazon are using machines to pack and move goods. Tesla has self-driving cars. Then there's AI, taking drive-through orders at fast food restaurants. We are living in the end times. AI is taking over the world. And who is going to have to deal with the consequences? People who don't come from money. People who don't have the means and resources to afford the rising prices on everything. People who try to make an honest living, like customer service representatives, accountants, and bookkeepers, receptionists, and many more. For the black community, AI is going to be an even bigger problem. Here is why.
Meet Amazon's newest holiday workers, the Kiva robots. At this fulfillment center in Tracy, California, more than 3,000 of them cruise the warehouse floor, helping employees fill millions of orders.
Ever wondered what life's going to be like if AI were to make it easier? AI can revamp our entire economy, and with all the market disruptions, inflation, and other problems countries are facing, we do need all the help we can get to restore the economy. AI can help with that. It can analyze huge amounts of data, improve the decision-making process, boost efficiency, keep up with consumer demand, and generate new revenue streams. It is cheap, it is precise, efficient. Look at it this way. If you could automate 80% of your department to save on costs and accommodate a higher consumer base, would you invest in AI? Because AI is simply acting out an algorithm. It is easier to predict, maneuver, and to work with. Hiring employees in that department could cost millions, but it would take people much more time to finish the same amount of workload that AI can do in minutes or even seconds. But if all human labor becomes automated, where does that leave us? According to a Guardian study, the median wealth of black Americans is expected to drop by 0 by 2053. That's in 30 years' time. Why? AI is going to disrupt the marketplace in more ways than people are actually ready to handle. It has the potential to wipe out countless working-class jobs, many of which are held by African Americans and other people of color. Based on recent reports, firms are readily adopting AI around the world for lowering costs and improving sales. For years, companies have invested in creating algorithms that can automate repetitive jobs and do administrative tasks faster than human hand. Robots and AI are an exact byproduct of that. They are meant to streamline the manufacturing process and deliver worthy results in a short time. The fact is, the pandemic only sped things up. At the height of the pandemic, companies were looking for ways to automate their services during the economic downturn, especially when the human workforce was unavailable. People who worked at jobs that involved single repetitive tasks are already being replaced by AI. We can see that with self-checkout registers, robots that move and organize products, and other software programs. In a best-case scenario, workers can work with AI instead of being replaced by it. But let's face it, in reality, things are a lot different. A huge majority of the workforce are going to eventually adapt to these drastic changes, and often, minorities are going to suffer for it. There are 3 main reasons that Black Americans, especially men, are expected predicted to be the worst affected by AI. First, Black Americans are overrepresented in jobs that are most likely to be lost due to AI. Jobs in this category include food services, data entry personnel like secretaries, production workers, fast food workers, factory workers, retail workers, office support, etc. Second, Black Americans are underrepresented in jobs that are less likely to be affected due to AI. These include jobs in the creative sector, medical industry, legal, agriculture, or property. Third, Black Americans are less concentrated in areas of the United States that are estimated to experience economic growth over the next 10 years. Instead, most live in areas that are slower growing archetypes. Now, AI is not just a problem for the Black community, it's a global problem. Based on recent statistics, there are more than 300,000 food service workers currently employed in the US. Of all food service workers, 36.6% are men and 63.4% are women. Some of the most common ethnicities working in the field are African American, white, Asian, and Hispanic. Hundreds of thousands of people are working as convenience store clerks with an average salary of $12 per hour, with the top 10% making more than $32,000 per year. Chances are, all these jobs can be replaced by AI. The Amazon Go convenience stores are the perfect example. Amazon has opened a ton of stores across the United States and in London, featuring just walkout tech. While the stores make it feel like a ghost town when no one is around, they are certainly convenient for owners, as there are no cashiers and no registers. You just pick out whatever it is that you want, and the Amazon smartphone app takes care of the rest.
What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers.
Black female Americans might be able to deviate from this economic shift. That's mainly because many Black women are employed in frontline jobs that have seen a drastic increase in demand in recent years, such as nursing assistants and personal care aides. But that doesn't mean they are in a safe zone. Experts say that college education will greatly affect how severely Black Americans experience job loss. Although the general Black population is 10% at a higher risk for job disruption due to AI, those rates increase to 30% for African American men who don't have a college degree. As a matter of fact, experts believe that 28% of jobs held by Black men without a college degree will experience disruption due to AI and automation by 2030. Now, we are not big fans of the education system, but depending on the particular field you want to be in, investing in your college education could pay off. Of course, we can't know for sure what will happen 10 years from now, but based on the general estimate, many people may have to do a career switch. That brings us to the real important questions. How can we prepare for AI? How do we capitalize off it? AI will take many of our jobs, that's a fact, but we still have to make a living and provide for our family, which requires work. We can't just hope to live in a utopia and let AI do all the work for us. The reality is, unless you prepare, you would be fighting a losing battle. Here are a few options that might help you stay relevant in the future marketplace. Number 1, adapt, learn, and reflect. AI threatens jobs that are repetitive and automated. To find employment or keep a job, you would need to explore other ways that can benefit the workspace. To do that, workers have to be innovative and be able to adapt fast and overcome different challenges. Number 2, consider a career change. To prepare ourselves for the future, we must ask ourselves, what are the jobs that AI won't replace? Jobs that involve physical labor or repetitive tasks are already being replaced, or soon to be. Jobs that need logical reasoning could be replaced. So, what are the qualities that we humans have that AI can't capture that well? These jobs often have to do with emotional response and creativity. Jobs that display social intelligence or are not predictable. These include writing jobs, social work, teaching, counseling, therapy, psychology, decision makers like CEOs, etc. In the fields and jobs such as these, AI could be used as a helpful tool, such as for grading essays or analyzing competence levels, training employees, etc. But humans are still required to dive into people's unique interests and needs and offer mentorship. The thing is, AI is not very good at showing empathy. It can't deal with unstructured or unknown spaces, or jobs that need intricate hand-eye coordination. So, while technology can be used to make the customer experience better, it is less likely to undermine workers that excel at these skills. Number 3, start a business, side hustle. You see, since the beginning, America was built on two things: violence and entrepreneurship. They stole our land and used us as slaves to build their businesses. So in order to escape the system and stay ahead, you have to start a business and become self-reliant. How can you be replaced by AI if you're the one employing it? This is what they won't teach us though. They want us to be just workers rather than becoming bosses and owners like we once were. It's time for us to take control back economically. No, I'm not saying all jobs are bad and you should just up and quit your job. Everyone can't be an entrepreneur. What I am saying is at least have multiple streams of income. The pandemic taught us that one income stream is too close to none because they can lay you off at any time. But before you start your business or side hustle, ask yourself these 4 questions. Number 1, who am I? Number 2, what am I passionate about? Number 3, what are my strengths and weaknesses? Number 4, what's my why? The reason for starting this. Those questions should give you some clarity about yourself and what type of business aligns with you. There's even AI-based businesses you can start. There's plenty of YouTube videos going over it. Once you figure it out, go all in, but don't expect to get rich quick. I know everyone on social media and YouTube glamorizes the entrepreneurship lifestyle, but the reality is that building a business is hard and takes years of sacrifice and hard work. In the end, I promise it will be worth it. Having multiple streams of income is more important now than ever. Take action and start building yours today before AI comes and replaces you. If you enjoyed this documentary, like and subscribe.
There's so much going on. Yeah, I can also remember watching the Terminator movie while I was a child, and yeah, quite some of things that happened in the movie, I'm seeing them happening in the United States today. I'm seeing robots walking, just talking to people, making friends with people, and this has affected the social dynamics, the economic part, and the political part of human interaction. But I'm here to tell you that we should not worry, because let me tell you one thing. Artificial intelligence, first, they are powered by human beings, and there is this issue that the work sectors that black people work, especially those who are in the United States, and it is true that most of blacks in the United States are not entrepreneurs, and they work for some people or they're employed by some people. This is the studies which has always been shown. Most blacks are not entrepreneurs, especially those who are in the United States. So this means that their employers might just replace them with AI, especially those who deals with data packaging, product packaging. I mean, those who deals with data entry, those who works in the supermarkets, those who works in different sectors which can be done by AI. And I've had also a couple of black Americans complaining that they were sacked from the job, and the jobs later on they came realize that it is AI which took their part. But I'm just here to tell you that you don't need to worry about that. I mean, we human beings, this that human touch that we can't have, that AI cannot have. Now let me tell you one thing. And this video also reminds us that we as black people, especially those in the United States, you need to stand up together. You need to work together. You need to employ your people. You need to put your people in the first place. And then let me tell you one thing. I think it is important for us to look for those jobs which can, those jobs that cannot be replaced by AI. For example, when you study computer science, when you study coding, because you'll be the one who will be programming these AIs instead of them taking your job. You'll be the one who is working together with them rather than not taking your job. So there are those jobs that you can easily change. You can easily turn and work with these AIs instead of them taking your job. Another thing that I would love to tell you is that black people are so resilient all over the continent, all over, who are in the United States or any part of the world. Remember those injustices that happened long time ago, but we still stood. Black people still stood, and they came out strong, So I believe that the God who created, God of human beings, God of humanity, God of the black people, will protect black people against this menace which is going on in the United States today. It is not that much dominant in Africa. And I also like to tell you this, it is not only black people who are affected. Yes, it's true, according to what the video is saying, also other people are affected. So this is a global problem that we should not fear about. I would like also to tell you this. When dealing with customer service, those AIs are put, in the supermarkets. They're offering surveillance, and they're offering guide to people, because supermarkets in the United States are, people who are working inside keeps on decreasing every day, and some people are complaining that they are not seeing human beings. They just see, you just go and pick a product, and there are also no people in the counter. You just pay and leave. This signifies how AI is now taking human jobs, because it is human beings who should have filled those spaces, those roles. And I'm here to tell you one thing. A customer will forget the product that you sold to him, however much it is good. But the customer will never forget how you made them feel while buying the product. This shows that AIs cannot still beat human touch. You know, human touch is so strong. When I go to buy a product in a supermarket and the person at the counter talks to me very well, I'll definitely go back next time. I won't go back because the product is good. I know somewhere I can find the same product which it is good. You know, God protects his people, and God is going to protect black people. Another advice that I'll just offer is, let's take jobs which are not easily replaceable. Jobs which are not easily replaceable by AI. This means that black people need to start focusing in entrepreneurial, start having your own business, you know. And another advice that I can tell you is just, if you are capable of coming to Africa, come to Africa. You know, strategize while still this thing hasn't reached in Africa. Because while now it is in the United States, it is only around 5 to 10 years when it will come to Africa. But until then, you still have the chance of coming to Africa, establishing your grounds, and, you know, knowing the right thing to do and investing in Africa, because the future is here in Africa. Also, something that I believe I jotted down while listening to the video as we do was we need to learn new skills that cannot be replaced by AI, learning coding, computer science, and machine learning, so that you can regulate, you know, the job. Because as I said earlier, you'll be working closely together with them. You'll be monitoring whether there is faulty with those AIs, those robots, and those everything. And, you know, black families have been, they have tried to tamper with the social dynamics of the black community. I mean, starting from parenting, I've read a couple of articles that we have single parentings, and very soon we'll have AI fathers or AI mothers, which goes to the black family to fill the spaces where there are no, you know, man or a woman to bring a complete family. Because we are seeing there is high rise of single parenting amongst the black community, and now these people are seeing as these AIs as the solution. We have dating sites which just chats like human being. We have, I mean, it's also crazy. It's also crazy for the black people. And now this is the time that you need to stick together as black people. This is the time that you need to maintain. This is the time that if you are human enough, you need to employ human being. And I'll also advise for advocacy. When these things go so much, when these things tends to when we are seeing a lot of AIs in our community, we need to start advocating and boycotting these people who employ these things, because we need human beings to be employed. Now, boycotting and going to supermarkets or places where you are served by human being, I think it is important. It is one of the way of fighting this artificial intelligence. Don't go and buy there. If you see an AI, go where you can receive human being, where you can receive human touch, where you can receive the customer service of a human being. That's what I'll advise you to do. You can start by advocating for, you can boycott those supermarkets or those shops or those, you know, anywhere that they are using those AIs, and go to a place where there is human beings, so that they can reduce the usage of machines and artificial intelligence, so that they can employ human beings. With that being said, tell me what you think in the comment section. This is Eugene from Kenya. I hope this video finds you right well wherever you are. Until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute.